Urban legends have a way of sticking with us, especially when they involve a place as magical and mysterious as Disney. Over the years, countless stories have surfaced, whispered tales passed from one visitor to another, strange claims that pop up online, and rumors that refuse to fade. Some of them sound too outlandish to be true, others feel oddly believable. But what happens when one of those legends turns out to be real? In this video, we're taking a closer look at some urban Disney legends and myths, because every now and then, the wildest stories are the ones that end up being true. If you're new here and love discovering the secrets behind the magic, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. For most people, a trip to Disneyland or Disney World ends when the sun goes down. The crowds filter out, the fireworks fade, and the gates close for the night. But rumor has it, the parks never actually sleep, and that's true. While guests are resting up for another magical day, teams of overnight workers are hard at work behind the scenes. We're talking cleaning crews, maintenance technicians, painters, gardeners, and ride engineers, and everything is reset to perfection. You'll never see them, and you're not supposed to, but they're there every night, keeping the magic seamless. The legend says Disneyland never shuts down, and the truth, it kind of doesn't. At first, this one sounds like a joke, or maybe something from a spooky internet thread. The claim is that people have secretly scattered human ashes on Disney rides, but the reality is, it happens more often than you'd think.
Multiple people confirm to spreading their ashes of their loved ones around the park. Most common places are the Pirates Ride and Haunted Mansion. Cast members have a special radio code when they find ashes.
The most commonly mentioned location is the Haunted Mansion. With its eerie atmosphere and gothic aesthetic, it's become an unofficial resting place for fans who want to spend eternity at their favorite attraction. Park guests have been caught sneaking in urns, plastic bags, even makeup containers filled with ashes, hoping to quietly scatter them without being noticed. Of course, Disney has strict policies against this. When it happens, cast members are trained to shut down the ride, evacuate guests, and call in a special vacuum crew equipped with HEPA filters. So yes, people have tried to leave their loved ones behind in the most magical place on Earth, and Disney, they're well aware of it. There's something about abandoned places that captures the imagination, and when you mix that with Disney, it becomes irresistible. For years, rumors have circulated about a forgotten island owned by Disney, left to decay in silence. The myth is that somewhere in Florida, there's a Disney attraction that time forgot, and that's completely true. The island is called Discovery Island, and it sits in the middle of Bay Lake near Disney World in Florida. It originally opened in 1974 as a nature-themed attraction, home to exotic birds, but by the late 1990s, interest had faded, and Disney quietly shut it down in 1999. Since then, Discovery Island has been completely abandoned. Buildings are still standing, old signs remain, and remnants of the island's past are scattered through the overgrowth. Disney never reopened it, and today it's officially off limits. But the legend of the Forgotten Island, that one's real, and it's still out there, just across the water from the crowds. For a place that thrives on magic and mystery, it's no surprise that people believe there's a secret club hidden somewhere in Disneyland. A members-only location, tucked behind unmarked doors, where the most elite guests dine in luxury. Unlike most park rumors, this one isn't just true, it's legendary. It's called Club 33, and it's hidden in plain sight in New Orleans Square at Disneyland. Walt Disney himself designed it as a private space to entertain VIPs, investors, and dignitaries. Today, it remains one of the most exclusive experiences Disney offers, but it's not available to the average park goer. To join Club 33, you'll need a personal invitation, a wait list that can take years, and a membership fee that reportedly runs tens of thousands of dollars, plus annual dues. Inside, members have access to fine dining, a full bar, and access to exclusive park events. There are no signs pointing to it, no obvious entrance, just a discreet door, a buzzer, and a world hidden behind the magic most people see. The legend of a secret club? Completely real, and only accessible to a very select few. At first glance, it's one of the most cheerful attractions in the park, bright colors, happy music, and dozens of dancing dolls from around the world. According to those who've worked the ride after hours, strange things tend to happen once the park is quiet.
And after hours in Disney is, it's pretty dark. There's no music, there are no people, and it's creepy. Just right off the bat, it's creepy. Sure, somebody might be painting some sign over on the right. With the emergency lights, all the shadows on the dolls are freaky. And out of the corner of my eye, two of the dolls stepped forward. And I just jumped out of the boat. I'm skittish anyway. And the Imagineer's like, what the heck are you doing? And I said, two of the dolls just moved. And the guy looked at me like, what are you on? And he said, two of the dolls did not move. This ride is turned off. And I said, dude, those two dolls in France over there, they just stepped forward.
Disney has never officially addressed these claims, but the stories persist. Whether it's faulty equipment or something more paranormal, many cast members believe It's a Small World has a presence that isn't part of the ride, and they're not eager to be there alone at night. Some Disney legends sound so strange, they have to be made up. A basketball court inside a mountain? But believe it or not, this one's real. Inside the upper section of the Matterhorn, Disneyland's iconic mountain roller coaster, there's a small break room that includes a basketball hoop and a bit of open space.
We're high inside of the Disney Matterhorn looking for one of these legends. And here you have it, a basketball court, or at least a half court. Now, let's get the real story of how it got here.
Walt Disney thought what would be the strangest thing to put up there, and he talked to the people that were both the mountain climbers and the ride operators, and so they put their heads together and they said, we'd like to play basketball.
It was built decades ago as a way for climbers and cast members working inside the structure to relax during downtime. It's not a full court, of course, just a backboard and enough room to shoot around. So yes, high above the crowds, tucked inside the snowy peak of the Matterhorn, there really is a tiny basketball setup. Strange? Definitely, but somehow perfectly Disney. This one sounds like pure Halloween fiction, a real human skull, sitting among the treasure and skeletons on Pirates of the Caribbean, a creepy detail hidden in plain sight, unnoticed by most guests. But the truth is even stranger. It actually happened.
Hi! In Pirates, there is a real skull. It's actually in the captain's quarters. It's the skull on the headboard right above the bed.
When the ride was first built in the late 1960s, the technology for creating realistic skeletons wasn't quite where it is today. So the Imagineers turned to a surprising source, real human remains. With the help of a medical school, they acquired actual bones to use in the ride's elaborate pirate scenes. Over time, as technology improved and replicas became more convincing, Disney quietly removed the real remains and replaced them with artificial ones. All except, according to long-standing rumors, one skull perched above a bed in the treasure room. Disney has never officially confirmed whether that final skull is real, but former cast members, Disney historians, and even some Imagineers have all pointed to the same detail, and none of them have denied it. So if you find yourself drifting past glittering gold and cursed skeletons on Pirates of the Caribbean, take a closer look. One of them might not be fake. Those were 7 of the wildest Disney urban legends that turned out to be true. From secret clubs to forgotten islands, it's clear that sometimes the strangest stories hold the most truth. But now we want to hear from you. What's the craziest Disney myth you've ever come across? Drop a comment below and let's start a conversation. Who knows, your suggestion might end up in a future video. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your fellow Disney fans. And of course, make sure you're subscribed so you never miss a new adventure. Until next time, keep the magic alive and keep exploring the land of tomorrow.